automation experts and automation amateurs. I know which camp I'm in. This is Automation Empire. I'm Open a Potato. How's it going? How's everyone doing? Certainly, in the world of Automation Empire, I'm pretty happy with how this is looking. Certainly, can't really complain. There's still a lot more to be done. There's a few more optimizations to be made, but on the whole, I'm very, very happy with how things are looking. It's worth noting that the game has been updated, and now, as opposed to a 25,000 kilogram 3-month weight output goal, it's now up to 30,000 as opposed to 25,000. So that's what we're going to try and do today. We're going to try and make that dream a reality. Right? Why am I not making as many steel plates? I thought that I was going to make more than enough steel plates to fill at least one of these silos to get shipped off by the train, but the train just ain't cutting it at the moment, really. This train, however, is doing a great job. Absolutely fantastic job. That even does that, that doesn't really need to be changed. We're making a good amount of gold fuel. We need to make a little bit more though. Maybe I just set up some more combiners. I think I'm just going to do that right now, just quickly, whilst I have a little moment to do so. Should I go for 3 more combiners? I think 3 more combiners seems entirely reasonable. That may be a little bit overkill, but, we'll take it easy. We'll go easy on the overkill. You know what they say. Also, steel plates, I am going to address in just a second, because that is shocking how we're not getting enough steel plates. That's a big old problem right there. Right. Whoops. There we go, and there we go. Okay, so now we should be making more gold fuel. We're maybe going to need a little bit more gold to help us out, but that's fine. We're still shipping off a bunch of junk. I mean, a bunch of good stuff right over here, which is nice. Is there maybe an opportunity to... Is there maybe, just maybe, an opportunity to get a train line in here somewhere? I mean, that would certainly be quite nice. I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say no to a train line. I need to fix this. I'm gonna fix this in today's episode for absolutely certain. This area needs to be upgraded in today's episode. This area actually not looking too terrible at the moment. Yeah. The amount of steel plates that we have, though, should absolutely be increasing. Are we taking a full train of steel plates all the way to the end over here? I feel like I'm not taking a full thingy of steel plates all the way to the end. Also, what research do I need to do? I need to do a bunch of research. Oil derricks. I should be able to get oil derricks as soon as we get the points, which, I mean, we'll be able to get probably within the episode. Waterworks. Waterworks is pretty darn nice because it will allow us to connect up water to factories, and that will allow lowering the monthly power costs of housed machines by 15%. I mean, that in itself would be totally worth doing, I think. So that's good. You know what? There's almost no reason to have these machines operating here. Straight up, I mean, I might as well just get rid of the machines that are boxing, that are creating steel plates. Because if I want to stick them onto the train anyway, we might as well just do that directly over here. Anyway, is there a full... Yeah, there's a full train of steel plates coming through, which is quite nice. In fact, we have such a large amount of steel plate production capacity that I'm really not sure where it's all going. Presumably all into the research vats that I've got over here. Maybe, I guess. And then, oh, I see what's happening. So it's getting shifted all the way across there. Fine, I think I want to fix this a little bit. I want to make some slight modifications to the system here, because I really would like the steel to end up going where it needs to go. I don't really want it to go into a vat. I mean, it's all good and well that is happening, but I'd rather it didn't. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna delete that there. Yep, we're gonna let that steel train go all the way back. Yeah, cool. That's a little bit of a janky route that it currently takes, but that's okay. Take this out, and we will plumb in a track that will go right over here. Yeah, so if we do this, then that should theoretically allow... Yep, should theoretically allow us just to use the little snozzle insert right there, and right there. And once this backlog has been depleted, then we're going to replace that tank as well. Okay, that goes in there. Perfect. That's a temporary setup, as I'm sure you can appreciate. We'll worry about that in a little bit. Okay, fuel. Why on earth is it taking such a long time to get all this fuel moved across? We need to speed up our fuel delivery, apparently. And I don't even know what we can do. We could do a second train. We could definitely do a second fuel delivery train if we wanted to. But that means that we need to get correspondingly more coal. I'm not really sure if I have the capacity to get more coal. I mean, I did talk briefly about how I wanted to sort this area over here. To be honest, I think I actually do. Yeah, I need to sort this area out. I need to sort this area out for sure. Yeah, I mean, where's this track go? This track goes all the way around. All the way around over here to drop off coal into the orange tank. So that's processed coal. But we could use this track to bring in unprocessed coal. I mean, all of these things are actually working, so they're all doing what they're supposed to. Is the reason that it's not going fast enough, is it because we're just using a claw train? I mean, what I could do, let me hypothetically think about this. Right, ditch this, ditch this, ditch this. Let the claw train pick up the rest of that stuff. Ditch that, and ditch that. Sure. Give me a step conveyor. There we go. And then I need this thing, the unload station. Yeah, so this might feel a little bit janky at the very start, but, you know, sort of roll with me. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so you suck up, you suck up, you suck up. All of the sucking up happens right over here. And then we can now use our brand new technology, the pipe connectors. There we go. And we could, I mean, that's a refined coal train. That's a refined coal train. We could just load directly onto a refined coal train. What I can do, oh man, this is gonna feel so darn good. So do that, and then, in fact, it can just straight up be an orange connector as well. Unload that there, and then connect that up over there. And I am gonna have to set this to, hold on, can I get another connection over here by any chance? I could do another connection to a bigger storage tank over here, and if I do this, then that'll allow me to store even more coaly resources. Right. That's set to that. That's set to that. Perfect. And now we set this to destroy all crates. Destroy all crates. Destroy all crates. I think setting up a system like this is what's going to work. Yeah, this looks and feels a heck of a lot better. Yeah, for sure. I like this a lot. So we should be, at the moment, using the crate makers to make as much crated coal as possible. And that should translate into just about as much coal as we could ever want / need. Yeah, so at the moment, we don't have any coal coming into this factory. Do we need coal to come into this factory? I don't think we actually do. I think that it's fine just coming from here. I mean, this track goes all the way along here, all the way along here, all the way up here, all the way down here, and into this factory over here, and then all the way back, all the way along, down, and then gets sucked up into the zone. So I think that we can just straight up just deconstruct this factory in its entirety. Yeah, I think that that's what we can absolutely do. Because that is a fair amount of coal storage that we have over here already. In fact, that's a full train worth. That's a full train worth. Okay, let's demolish this factory. Yep, we'll set it up to be demolished. Perfect. Ditch this track. This frees up a nice bit of premium real estate right here as well, which is good. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about replacing that with anything at the moment. Although, in saying that, I could replace it with something which would allow me to process more coal. That would in itself be quite nice. What if I was to get a extra refiner up here somewhere? Would that be possible? Try that. Try this. See if this works. Right. Here we go. Actually, I don't think this is going to work. Because we're not going to be able to suck off from the same source. Yeah. Actually, I can make this work. This will work. Okay. Yeah, this is getting increasingly convoluted, but it's all to try and make it more... it's all to try and make it more efficient in terms of it requires less involvement from the outside world in order to make it work properly. Okay. That goes there. Great. Unload station right there. Destroy all crates on. Yeah, I know we're gonna ditch a little bit of junk, but that's fine. So that's gonna be an extra bit of production right there. Is that gonna be good enough? Ditch that. Yeah, see, we're not getting maximum production from this crate maker over here, so we're gonna have to address that in the future for sure. Well, you know what? It is for the most part working. That's something that I can be very happy about. This system that we've got over here isn't really a long-term viable setup because we're getting far too much coal. Too much coal is being produced. Too much coal is being produced in 2 different locations for us to be happy about it. And we're not getting enough steel plates. We're not getting enough steel plates at all taken to where they need to be taken. I think we're gonna have to institute some reforms. Right. Let me see if I can do something like this. Can I get a minecart track down here? No, I cannot. I can, however, get a minecart track in here. Can I do that if I put a door in the outside? I don't even need to put a door in the outside. I can just go straight, which is great. Okay, so we'll do that. And you know what? This train that is carrying all of the steel plates, it's looking okay actually at the moment. Hold up, it's actually doing what I want it to do. Pause temporarily. Hold the phone a second. Okay, well, we'll absolutely take this opportunity to get more, way more. Yeah, we'll get way more junk set up over here. Yeah, this is real good. Okay, I didn't realize that this was working as effectively as it actually is. I need to get four of these. What I don't even know what they're called. The train loading silos. Yeah, I need to get 4 train loading silos set up. That's 5. So that's fine, honestly. Just get more. Just get as many as we possibly can. And then bring this out all the way over here. That's the wrong thickness. That's the wrong thickness. It doesn't need to be that thick. Hold on. Can I take this back? And by thickness I mean it's the wrong distance away from the train loading silos. Okay, bring that across. Grand. Happy days. And get this set up here. Get that set up there. Yeah, I've missed the boat. I've missed the boat in terms of making it work for this, but I will. I will get it all fixed in a second. We don't need to have loading silos in loading silos and loading silos, but I guess it kind of just helps, right? In fact, if I've got a loading silo buffering a train, if I've got a proper silo buffering a train loading silo, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just gonna assume that we're gonna have enough materials backlogged to fill all of the relevant carriages. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that works. That works great. That seems to be working absolutely fantastically. No issues there whatsoever. The only issue is that the resources which we are transporting from this side of the map over here are taking an awfully long time to get to where they need to go, and we are producing a lot more of the resource than we actually need. So you know what? I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue with my original plan, which was to set up a brand new train line, and it was going to be a long range train. I guess that works. I mean, I'm very happy to accept that if that is going to work. Okay, and then this long-range train line, I don't know what the costs of running a long-range train line actually are. I don't think it can be that crazy. I guess I can take an approach that will be modified over time. Yep. Over here maybe. Where do I want to do the loading of the stuff? I want to do the loading of the stuff fairly nearby so that the route of the minecart is as small as possible even. There we go. Okay, that's not liked. That is not liked. We can fix that. We can definitely fix that. Okay, and then this comes over here. This comes actually, I'm going to take it across just a little bit longer. A little bit further even, I think is the proper term. Do that, and then come around here. Yeah, I mean, that's close to being what I was envisioning. This is maybe going to be a little bit better. And then my ideal setup was that we just, yeah, do something like that, and then we have a mountain exit right in here. Which I can't build, apparently, because of that. Which is, of course, going to cause a bit of concern. There we go, get that reconnected. So now if I do that, will that work? That does work, kind of. Right, do that. And then, my theory is, I can have the loading areas over here. So, can I put down a big tank? Would a big tank be allowed? Obviously connected to a train loading silo. I'll just try a single train loading silo, shall I? See if that makes any difference. Does the train enter? Has the train already entered? It's not already entered. Is that the train in there? I don't think so. Okay, I mean the power upkeep is ridiculous. It's truly a horrifically large number. Also, is that two trains that are... Is that one train? Is that one train that is filling up? Is there each... Does each train silo fill up with... or does each train silo constitute a single... I think it does. I think it means that we now have a corresponding number of train silos to cars on the actual train. Well, that's great if that's the case. I'm happy with that. I think we can get another route of gold fuel. I think gold fuel needs to become our main resource, and it's gonna become our main resource very, very soon. This is not really working, is it? I mean, we're not shifting enough product. We're not shifting anywhere near enough product. This is a disaster. It's not going well. My finances are slowly crumbling into oblivion. Let me finish this out first. Right, I can't do too many projects at once. Has the train been dispatched? The train is about to be dispatched. So let's pause and let's actually find a way to ship way more steel plates. Okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna get a silo. Yep. We're going to get another silo over here. And maybe we can link that to an even bigger silo. That's going to be a little bit far, but roll with me on this one, folks. This will work. The great silo train. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. It was looking so good. It was looking so good. Okay, so that goes there, and then how about that goes there? Okay, that's fine. That wasn't really what I was hoping to do, but it works out. It works out fine. It works out fine. Okay, suck up station. There we go. And this comes out over here. Great. Oh, yes, I was going to change this around as well. Yeah, something like that. Means that we should be able to pick up a few more bits and bobs. So, that many carts, that seems totally reasonable. And then we're going to have some drop-off stations in there. And then we're going to have a corresponding green remote output connector thing. And can I extend this by 1? I can indeed. That's totally allowed. Okay. So it's just going to be a small amount of steel plates that are going to be transported over to this loading area over here. So is the train going to have... No, the train's not going to have 1 loading silo. It's only got 4, which makes me think that there is a limit. A lower limit to the number of carriages that can appear on any given train. So anyway, yeah, so that's sorted. That's great. That's going to at least mean that we have a way to output way more steel plates, which is going to provide more money for us, which is wonderful. Kind of doesn't make sense that we've got this massive, you know, train line over here, which is also going to take away steel plates. I guess it kind of does if we're also using steel plates to stick into science labs, which is what we're doing. So we might as well continue to do it. Gold is continuing to be sucked up, which is great. Gold, of course, is prioritized over here. We need more fuel. We need to get rid of this fuel somehow. I think the way that I'm going to try and do this is by building another track. Is by building another one of these ridiculous, utterly ridiculous, fabulously ridiculous minecart tracks. There we go. And this can be a direct track. I really don't need all of the suck up blowdown stations. Suck up blowdown. Every single time I say it, there's a different word. There's a different word. Okay. So that there, that there, that there. Great. So this is just going to be a direct connection from the factory right over to... Oh, come on. It's always the power cabling. Yeah. I get it. Okay, over there, fine. There's never a positive power cable noise. There's always a negative power cable noise. Anyway, that can come around here like so. Yep, bring it to like there. And down from there, I guess. Yep, level 1. Is that even gonna allow me to access the first things? I don't think it will. Okay, go back a little bit. Yeah, go back just a smidgeroony. Yeah, okay. Do that, and oh, that's not gonna allow me to do that either. Fine. We'll just miss out the first one. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, video game. It's fine. I say don't worry about it, video game, like it's the video game's fault. It's absolutely not. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's looking like a pretty decent setup, if I do say so myself. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna allow us to ship more gold fuel? I mean, almost certainly it's gonna allow us to ship more gold fuel. Is it gonna allow us to ship enough gold fuel? That's the real question. I don't actually know. Okay. Let's get 20. Okay, there we go. Add more carts. Add a maximum of 20 carts. That seems pretty darn good. Now we need more coal coming in here. We've got a full coal train. Of course, every time that we use more coal in this production process, it means that we're using less coal in the sort of shipping process. That can go there. Yep. So share those resources. Yeah, cool. Okay, so that should make a little bit of a difference, but probably not a major one. Yeah, this is all looking pretty smooth. And all of our steel plates seems to be getting shipped away. Finances, though, I mean, my finances last month were really, really positive. But this month, not so much. Not so much at all. However, it does look like we are moving the vast majority of our steel plates out of here, which is exactly where they need to be going. Are there 2 trains allowed on any one track at a given time? Is that a thing that's allowed? Doesn't look like it. Looks like we're going to have to wait until that train is done before we get another proper steel truck train. Steel truck train, steel plate train. Yeah, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. I mean, anything else that we need to do? Not really. We're not really prioritizing... Hold on, I took this away. We're not really prioritizing the trucks at the moment. The trucks are just sort of there. I mean, it's okay. It's not a bad thing. We're coping with the you know, not having the truck-based economy. Oil, I need to get oil. I need to get oil derricks in order to get oil, though, so I think I'm going to try and actually get oil derricks. Is there any type of specific resource that I think we should use just in a bunch of labs over here? I mean, to be honest, I could just set up a mining rig right over here. And we could just make like a little setup. I don't know. In fact, I don't think that the number of points you get is dependent on... I don't think the number of points you get for researching is dependent on the fuel that you put in. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm misreading that, but can't build here. All right, well, we're going to have to build it somewhere reasonably nearby. Yeah. So I'm going to try this, see if this works. A little bit of an experiment. No power, of course. Okay. So we'll see if we're able to process research into, or we'll see how many points it processes into. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea if that's the case. There is a demand bonus, which is, it's whatever. 14,400 is the maximum number that we've ever shipped. That's fine. 1,000 and 1,700. I don't know. I don't think that there's a difference. Okay, and then let me see if I can chain. Can I chain? I don't think I can chain a second. I don't think I'm able to chain a second research lab together in order to transfer contents through. Although, in saying that, I was able to transfer contents through that when it worked. Through when we picked up over here and then down into this area. So, I mean, theoretically, it should be possible, right? Theoretically, anyway. But I don't think it does. Well, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. How are we doing gold fuel-wise? Not bad. Not bad. We're shipping more. And that's nice. That's really, really good. Is it enough to satisfy the demand of a single train? Is it too much, maybe, for a single train? Are we going to need to get another train worth of... Another train track worth of gold fuel shipping stuff? I don't think so. But you never know. Yeah, what am I actually working towards in researching, actually? I don't think that there's anything specific other than the 2 million for the oil derrick. Pump that valuable black liquid out of the ground by constructing this machine. Well, great. I will, as soon as I get the appropriate number of points. Makes me think that maybe I need to refocus my efforts on research now. Must have another research dome in proximity. Is it possible to bridge this gap? I'm not even sure that it is possible to bridge the gap. I mean, I could just sort of set up... I don't think it's possible to bridge the gap anyway. Because I could set up my research area over here. I don't think there's anything that I specifically need to research right now, is there? No, I mean, we need to do a bit more gold fuel research. We need to do no more steel plate research. We've maxed out steel plate research. I kind of like keeping it fluid. What was this, by the way? Unlock. I could unlock the waterworks. Oh, yeah, I'm not particularly bothered about that. I'd rather save my points for when it matters. I need to get capacitors. I need to get ethanol. Both of those things will be easy enough. Yeah, I don't think I need steel plates, to be honest. Yeah, let's not worry about steel plate research anymore. Let's instead just connect up. Can I do... no, I can't do that. Is there any way to link up these two? I don't think there is. Nope. Okay, so there's no way that I can link up this existing sort of tank setup. That's fine. What I'll do, ditch these tanks. Ditch these tanks. I'm super not worried about shipping any gold. In fact, I think that we're using up all of our gold now. So that seems to be working. This is, I mean, this is a straight up disgustingly large amount of gold fuel that I'm now shipping. Let me see if I can make just that little bit more of it. Because if I'm not mistaken, there is no reason why we couldn't have another setup sort of running like this. Yeah, I want to check though. I want to check the price of... Does that only... Oh my goodness. Okay, so that only works like so. Okay. Okay, that's a bit of a pesky situation. Yeah, and it doesn't want to slot it. It'll only go in specific slots. That's really irritating. And trains take a heck of a long time to load, unfortunately. I mean, we could get upgrades to our train interval time, but that just wouldn't cut it, unfortunately. Yeah. Also, how much tax is it costing me to get these train loading silos? Because is there any sort of rationale? Is there any rationale to just having a single train loading silo with a corresponding container? I really feel like there should be more information. There really should be more information that I get. 11,000 research points. Yeah. Okay. Fine. What was I gonna do? Oh yes, I was gonna try and get this linked up here. That's not gonna work. Let me see if I can find a combination. I think that'll work. Yeah, give that a shot. Perfect. Perfect. And then that'll go in there. That'll go in there. Yeah, there's no reason not to like manually change out the research. I guess there is like a... There's like a sense in Factorio, right? There's a sense in Factorio where you're just like, okay, whatever I'm building, I want to make sure that I'm like building for the future. But with research, you don't really have to build for the future. Sure, we need to make sure that we get 300 bits of gold, but that's about it. I mean, we need to make sure that we get all of these resources. We need to make sure we fulfill all the demands, but that's about it. That's about it. Other than that, we don't need to worry about the amount of resource that we're shipping. Not that we're shipping, that we're researching. Yeah, it's fine. We can just you know, research 300 bits of gold fuel and then call it a day there, I think, for gold fuel. And we can research we can modify our research setup each and every time we feel the requirement to do so, to be honest. Okay, I'm absolutely shocked that that didn't end horribly. This will end horribly, though. I'm absolutely shocked that that didn't end horribly. Wow. Well, that's great news. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to increase the amount of junk. Only connects to straight track. Come on, my dude. Alright, I did say that I was going to ditch all of this anyway, so why don't we take that opportunity right now. Yeah. Take this back, take this back. Yep. Yep. And then get this all connected up. Perfect. Actually gonna tell you to turn around and just come back the other way for a second. Because that would net me a nice, easy way to get a little bit more cash. Not cash, what am I talking about? A little bit more research. Same kind of thing, I guess. Means that we're just using all of our steel plates to research instead, which is fine, you know. Apart from iron ore, we're using iron ore at the very bottom here because I want to run a test. 2,000. Okay, so I think it is actually steel plates give us substantially more resource than, or substantially more research points than just basic iron ore. I don't know though. Is it because steel plates are just refined? Is it because they're the heaviest thing in the world? Is that why? I don't know. Right. I mean, there's no reason to keep this entire area online if that is indeed the case. We can just set it up to work like this, and we just have another pickup point. In fact, can I even do that? I don't think I can. Nope, certainly cannot do that. So what I'll do is I'll offset it by 1. Offset it by 1. Suck up point right over here. And that works. That works. That's fantastic. How are we doing over at the gold fuel area? I mean, we've got so much stinking gold fuel that there is almost nothing that I can do about it. There is literally too much of the stuff. There is literally just too much of the darn stuff. This is a huge problem. Right, I'm gonna do an experiment. We're gonna do an experiment here, folks. I like it when we experiment. It's always a positive time. Okay, so this comes out over here. I'm going to ditch. I'm gonna say only certain resources. Yeah, I'm gonna ditch this as soon as I get the opportunity to do so. Ditch that. There we go. Perfect. So that's gonna fill up like so. Oh, yes, my experiment. Take this back. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have a suck-up point right over here. We're gonna have, just like you'd expect, a hopper right over there, except it's not gonna be right over there. Potato, you dingus. We're gonna have that there. In fact, no, we're not. We're not even gonna have that there. We're gonna have a nice little one. The reason why will become clear in just a second. And then we have a train right over. Why can I not do this? Okay, I can only do that thickness apparently. That's fine. That works. That works anyway. And then that can go there, and that can go there. So then we're basically just going to have a single point. I'm going to see if this is quicker to fill the train up. I don't think it will be, but I mean, nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. Can I link up to like a redundant, not a redundant, an already in existence train route? I don't think so. Right. Sure. Give that a shot. And so that should mean now that we're able to get a bunch of extra storage, all done through one single point. And all of our gold fuel should now actually be usable. I don't know if there is any value in any of the setup and the different setups that we've got going on over here, but I guess we'll see, won't we? I guess we'll see. I just need to make sure that I've got enough capacity in the system to handle all of the gold fuel for the specific train. So anyway, yeah, that's nice. How are we doing over here in steel plate zone? Apparently, we're shipping enough steel plates to use it up, or to use up all of our iron, which is quite good. Means that we actually need to find some sort of setup over here to get the iron going. I'm gonna work backwards from my sort of final point, and we're gonna set up a brand new refining station over here so that we can increase the amount of iron that we're refining. Okay. Will that work? I guess we'll see as I work through the plan. The great thing about having these remote connectors is that they are ridiculously good. They are so good. Yeah, so that can go there quite comfortably. That can go there. Yep. Oh my god. This feels efficient. This feels really, really flippin' efficient. Right, so it should take a while. It should take 13 seconds or something, I think, for each bit of iron. Let's get that linked up there. That's not how I wanted it to look, but I guess, you know, the thought was there in spirit. There we go. Okay, so now we're making the required resource. Fantastic. And then I would like to get on this other side. Where is it? There we go. There. Yep. And yeah, we'll get that set up. Is that gonna work, or is that not? Is that not gravy? I don't think that's gravy. Hold on. Take this back. Take this back a row. It was close to working. It was very, very darn close to working. But yet, it just didn't. Okay. And so now we got a system that looks like that. System that looks like that. Great. Destroy all crates is on. Fantastic. I'm gonna set up a little bit of extra storage up in the back right-hand corner, or back left-hand corner even, because I can really designate this as blue. Why is this not operating as I intended? It outputs to blue? Yeah, there we go. Okay, fantastic. It works. Yeah, so now we should basically have just, I mean, instantaneously doubled the amount of iron that we're producing, which means that we're going to consume more of the iron that we were producing over, that we've got coming in over here, which means that we're actually just going to use more and more of our iron, which is really, really nice. Okay, and I don't think that we'll have any issues. 1 every 11 seconds. I think this will just work completely as intended. Once the system gets up and running, I don't think we'll have any issues. If one of the issues does show itself over here, i.e. if there's a little bit of a backlog, which it looks like there is, we can always work around that. Yeah, it looks like there's going to be a little bit of a backlog over here, although it doesn't actually look like it's terrible. Like it's totally terrible. Yeah. Okay. Is there a better way of setting it up? Not necessarily. I mean, what we can do, which I've completely just disregarded as a viable option, because I keep forgetting how unbelievably useful these pipes are. I can just set this up, right? And that will just sort of link the network up if you'd like. There we go. Hold up. Can't build that there. Oh, okay. Look. Take this back. Uh-oh. There we go. Destroy all crates on. That's wrong station. No. Gonna lose a little bit of stuff. That's okay. Sure. And then we could just connect this back up to here. That would work. Yeah, if we just do that. Sure, just do that. Just do that for now. See if that makes any difference. I think four refiners into one suck-up point is fine. Man, that's so tricksy. I didn't even know. I didn't even know that there was an issue until I knew that there was an issue. All right, this is looking real good. This is looking real good. And we've got more storage, we've got more iron. I mean, more iron means more steel plates. More steel plates means more money. Ooh, yeah, how's my experiment looking? How's my experiment looking? I mean, the train is about to come. I'm sure the train has already come, but it's fine. 14,471 thingies of weight. That's quite a lot. Yeah, and how many carriages? How many carriages are gonna appear on this train? I don't know, but I do want to know. Right. Pause. We'll come back to that in just a second. Let me quickly just see how things are going over here. The steel plate train. The steel plate train, I think, has probably been struggling to collect a full train load of steel plates. I say that. Maybe it hasn't been struggling to collect a full train load of steel plates. Well, it has, on account of the fact that it's just not long enough. There we go. Make it just a little bit longer. I want to see what happens to those steel plates, whether they get sucked up by the research labs or what. We'll find out later, I'm sure. Okay, this train is 4 carriages long. Is that sufficient? I mean, I wish I could increase it longer. I wish I could make it longer, but I don't know how to. I don't know how to. Is it due to the number of hoppers on a line? I have absolutely no idea. Does it say anywhere in the research? Silos can load via minecart. Highly efficient method to sell resources. Yeah, no, I get it. It's an efficient method to sell resources, but I mean, this setup is distinctly not working for me. I mean, it's working, but it's not working. Maybe I just need to focus on getting the train duration upgraded. Maybe that would be a good idea. Have I fulfilled all of the research goals now? I think I have. Even the unload cargo rocket research, I think I must be pretty darn close to. Once I finish, yeah, in fact, I'm sure once I finish out all of the gold fuel research. See, look at this. We're not even doing any gold fuel research anymore. Right, finish that up. Finish that up. Has that got me over the line? That has indeed got me over the line, which is fantastic. So this is where all of my ridiculously large number of steel plates have been disappearing to. They've been sucked up through here, and then they've been transported through this pipe backwards. Even though I'm not allowed to chain sort of research labs together, that's been irritating. Okay, skip that transfer tube for now. I'd rather just sell my resources rather than accumulate hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds in useless locations. Am I actually selling anything? Am I selling anything via truck now? I actually do not think I'm selling a single thing via truck. Which is, I mean, I guess kind of an accomplishment. Kind of an accomplishment, I guess. I guess it's good. I guess it's fine. I should really just institute a setup like this so we don't have any backlog at the back. I like that. I like this setup. I should just get it over here. You know what? I'm gonna do it. This is definitely optimal. I say definitely optimal. Like, I know what definitely optimal actually means. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Right. It certainly feels more optimal, that's for sure. However, I haven't left enough space between these refiners to do the setup that I wanted to do. Oh, darn it. Am I going to have to just rebuild exactly what I just unbuilt? Oh, come on, dude. It's ridiculous. Okay, well, I can at least set it up over here. I say I can set it up over here. I can at least set it up for 2 over here. Yeah, fine. Yeah, alright. I'm making a dog's dinner out of this. This is messy. Alright, and then get this to come down under there. And that's an endpoint. Great. And that can be transferred over there. That can be transferred over there. And then another transfer point. No, not quite. What's the best way of doing this then? What a great question. What a great question. I don't even know. I had it working, and now I don't have it working. That's the story of my life. Honestly, coming from Factorio to this game, where you have these transfer claw things, is just a massive, like, mind-bending exercise. It really is. It's a huge mind-bending exercise. There we go. This is how I do it. It forces you to think in, like, an entirely different way. It really does. It really, really does. Okay, so that's going through here. Is it coal? So it's coal that we don't have enough of the resources of. We don't have enough coal, basically, is what I'm saying here. We're fine for iron at the moment, which is great. We're just not getting enough coal. So the coal train, I think, is taking too long to transport all of the coal around there. And in saying that, I've got probably enough coal over here to think about setting up a separate coal route within this specific factory and just delivering that coal over here. Is that something that we could conceivably do? I think it honestly is. What I really need to do is I really just need to set up another coal route which takes coal into this area. That, or I just set up a larger tank system, but I don't actually have another place for a tank. Yeah, I literally do not have the space for another tank in this factory. So I think I'm just going to have to rely on the fact that there is one tank in this factory, and that's it. We're just going to sort of go with it. Because I think every facet of this factory is working pretty darn perfectly now. So we're using up all of the coal, we're processing enough of it, we're turning enough of it into steel plates over here. We're filling up almost a full tank worth of that stuff. And then it's going over here. It's getting filled up with even more coal, which is great. I see an issue here. I see an issue. So we've effectively got one route for what could be 2 trains. Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this off here, and we're going to split this into 2 routes. So 2 routes for 2 trains should theoretically mean that we can focus our energies on transporting coal from different places for different purposes. So if I take all that out, unbelievably, that will make a substantial difference, I suspect. There we go. 10 carts. We'll keep it chill. So this is going to be a very, very small route. As you can now see, train's going to go round here from this factory into the factory on the right. I can't point because my pointer disappears whenever I hold the tab button, but you get the picture anyway. Round there, round into the zone for steel plate production. Pretty simple stuff. Get picked up, turned into steel plates, etc. Oh, yes. Go back to this area over here. How are we doing gold fuel wise? I mean, I thought we were doing fine up until I see the fact that not every carriage of this train is being filled. Now, the reason could be twofold. It could be that we just don't have enough coal, and that's partly probably the problem. Let's claim some more research whilst we're over here. Oh, look at that. 2 million research. Fantastic. Yeah, so that's partly the problem. Another part of the problem could be that we've just filled up, and we've got loads of capacity over here. How many carriages does this have? Is it 4 carriages? I think it might be 4 carriages. I guess the number of carriages is determined by the number of... I guess it's determined by the number of thingies on a track. So the train loading silos on a track. Guess it's entirely dependent on that. Not entirely sure that I agree with that premise, but hey ho. I guess that's fine. I guess it is what it is. So can I just put like lots and lots of train silos on this track? If I put loads and loads of train silos over here, will that make any difference? Do they need to be connected? I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's see if it matters. Let's see if it makes any difference. Okay, and you're gonna zip off into the world. Great. And then everything's gonna get refilled. Fantastic. And you're gonna begin the long journey over to the steel zone. And we're gonna try and ship out as many bits of steel as we possibly can ship out. I mean, this whole factory is feeling pretty darn... It's feeling pretty darn juicy, to be honest. Get everything collected. I should do that last bit of research. The oil derrick. That's right, the oil derrick. Cargo rocket, we need capacitors and ethanol for... Well, I mean, ethanol requires alcohol. Ethanol is alcohol, which requires hydrocarbons. Ethanol is a hydrocarbon. Can confirm it's true. Okay, so that's looking fine. Yeah, how long is this train? I don't have any intel yet. Okay, fine. Now, there is a crude oil deposit. Let's have a little look if we can do... Wirelessly uses $1,000 of power a month. Okay, there are 5 crude oil deposits over here. How does this get pumped out of here? We get crude oil, and presumably we refine it in a refiner? Presumably, right? Right, let's make a middlingly sized factory. Let's make a nice gray factory. Sure, 145k of factory stuff. That's pretty big commitment to the cause, honestly. And you didn't like that video game, did you? You didn't like that. What's the issue? 163 power. That's the issue. There we go. Unbork the issue. Right. So let's think. How do we move this from where it is to where it needs to go? Presumably through the standardized... It's so stupid. It hurts. That. It's so stupid. It flippin' hurts. That one hurt real bad. Okay, so lots and lots of crude oil in here. Let's try and make a heck of a lot of crude oil, I guess, right? Sure. If I do that, is that even? It's not even. It's not even. Okay. This is going to be a problem because I haven't accounted for the fact that we need to have storage tanks in over here. Yep. And yep. That's so stupid, it hurts. It's hurting a lot these days, folks. It's hurting a lot. I don't know what it is, but there's something that's not right with my noggin. And it's bad. It's bad for business. Okay, suck up. Suck down even. That's what am I even doing? What am I doing? It's dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Okay, look, suck down. Push out. There we go. Okay, fine. Now this should work. It's a Christmas miracle. It's an actual Christmas miracle. Okay, get to... look, I can't be expected to get it right all the time, can I? Right. Get 2 bits of track that go there like so. And that comes around there like that. And then we can get it to come into the factory right over yonder. Okay, sure. I guess I'm going to have to offset the track yet again. Which I dislike doing because it looks a little bit untidy. Let's be brutal. Oh, I was going to go and check. How's my gold fuel experiment going? I mean, it looks to be working. In fact, yeah, it absolutely looks to be working. Okay, this is great. We should now have no issues clearing the copious amounts of gold fuel that we're selling. Yeah, every single minecart train of gold fuel should be emptying out. Still haven't hit our weight record yet, unfortunately. A little bit disappointed with that, to be honest. A little bit disappointed, but that's okay. Anyway, so it turns out that we definitely need to get more train silos. More train silos is not a bad thing, even though the setup looks kind of janky, basically. I should just get rid of all of these truck stops, shouldn't I? I mean, I should. I absolutely should. They're probably costing me some ridiculously large amount in taxes. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how taxes are calculated. I'm no accountant. Anyway, let's go back to working on crude oil. Yeah, so that's gonna go around like here. Let's get a crate maker to refine the resource. In fact, no, let's have a suck up station. Yeah, suck up that's far too close. What are you doing, potato? Come on, dude. It's like you've placed 1,000 billion quadrillion of these before. And on this occasion, it ain't working. Right. That's what is going on? Like I can't, I know that I'm making mistakes, and yet I just can't do it. Right. So we might as well just set this up to start operating right now, I guess, right? Sure. Yeah, so set this up. We'll just get a nice simple loop system. There we go. Come down there. Will that work? Had to be, didn't it? Had to be. Had to be. Okay. Is there any advantage in a loop system on this specific occasion? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to matter, really. But get it set up. I want it to go in the other direction, please. Thank you. Okay, I don't think that we're going to need that much of a comprehensive minecart network system over here. We'll just, we'll keep it relatively simple. So, after it's been splurted in here, we want to have a crate maker. We'll put a crate maker right back top right-hand corner. And that's top left-hand corner. Right, and then we'll box the crude oil. Somehow. Okay, not entirely sure about that. Recipes, by the way. Recipe for oil is just to refine it. Recipe for steel plates, fine. Capacitors is gold and iron. I don't actually have that. Ash, incompatible combination. No idea. Ethanol is oil and red grain. Red grain is red grass. What the heck is red grass? Green grain. What the heck is green grass? Oh, I need to make it in a farming setup. Okay, well that's interesting. I'm just bearing in mind actually that I haven't made capacitors yet. And I should have. I definitely have the capacity to make capacitors. Okay, anyway, we're gonna box the stuff up. Sure. Pump out nice boxes of crude oil. Then we want to stick it into a refiner. He clicks, he finds, he shoots, he scores. Now, how much time does it take to process a thing of crude oil? 15 seconds. Right, now we box in 15 seconds, so we can do 5. We can do 5 refineries to 1 refiner. Right? I believe so. As long as we get the ratio right, we shouldn't have any issues. Perfect. And that should be that. Great. 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 Okay. So that is that. And then we have a nice simple setup at the end here. Again, it's about trying to make it as concise as possible. But, I mean, I fail often. But I do try. Okay. Destroy all crates. Destroy all crates. Destroy all crates. And then let's quickly see if we can try and get in a bunch of suck up, suck off, whatever, points over here. Yep. Let's do that angle just so that I can see what's going on. And I'll put this up here. That was a genuine misclick right there. They're all genuine misclicks. That's what I tell myself. Okay, and that goes in there like so. So now we should be appropriately sucking, right? Is this working? I think that this should be working. I mean, it'll take a little while to get backlogged in a way that I'm happy with, but once it backlogs to this point, then we should be fine. I believe. There we go. Yep. That's fine. So there's now 2 crates waiting over here. Each and every time we'll get a little bit more, a little tiny bit more busy on the belts. And then eventually it'll reach over here. Like right now, I believe. And in there. Perfect. Then that same thing will happen again. And again and again and again. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I did click that blue button before, but that doesn't particularly matter. What do I need to make? Is there anything that I need to make? I mean, oil. Oil is nice. How much does oil sell for? Oil is 2,400, which is... Actually, we get a better price for gold fuel. Capacitors are the best, really. Gold and iron. Oil. What do I need in order to make... It's red grain in order to... So there's literally only one thing that I can do with oil? Is that it? The only thing that I can do with oil is either sell it or turn it into ethanol with the assistance of red grain? I mean, it's a bit lame, don't you think? I mean, I guess I sell it then, right? I guess I sell it? Man, I'm really happy with this design. I don't know if it's any good. It feels pretty darn good though. I say that it feels pretty darn good, but it's only using 3 out of the 5 refiners. I know that I did say it should technically balance out, but it absolutely doesn't look like it's balancing out right now. It looks like it's very much not balancing out. There's definitely some maths that need to be considered here. 1 second time intervals. I suspect that it's almost everything to do with the fact that it takes the crate however many number of seconds it is to get to where they need to go. I mean, look, that's fine. That's fine. I design a perfect system and it doesn't work. That's just great. Okay, well, you know what? Let's take this out of the equation. And let's set up a brand new crate maker over here. I mean, I need to get a new crate maker anyway, so it's no big deal, right? I did mean to do that, actually. Totally, definitely meant to do that. Right, so now that we know the ratio is a perfect 3, that should help me get just a little bit more bang from a buck. Which, if you know me, I love a little bit of a bang for a buck. A little. That's that. Don't take me out of context on that one, please. That sounds shifty. That's the wrong resource to use right there. I needed to use the other, better type of oil. That's right. I said it. Crude oil's the OG oil, right? Okay. So do that. Nice. Happy days. Unloading thingy there. That there. And suck up station. And that goes in there. Perfect. Okay, so now everything should work. I do believe absolutely every single tiny every single thing should work. And I'm hoping consistently. And if not consistently, it should work eventually consistently. Oh, look at this. Look at this money that's coming in. How much stuff am I shipping out? 17,000? I mean, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. I need to get capacitors. I need to get capacitors out the door, but I mean, gold fuel seems to be working for me right now. This setup is pretty darn good. I think I can probably get some more. Let's continue. Let's continue down this vein for just a second longer. Yep. And that needs to go there. That needs to go there. That needs to go there. Perfect. Yep, round the corner. Round the corner. And across, across. Okay. That's looking and feeling pretty darn good. Nice. And suck-up stations. Suck-up stations are my new favorite thing. I love a good suck-up station. They're fantastic. Okay. And I'd almost forgotten. There we go. This. Look at this. I mean, we could have an entire factory just set up in rows like this. This is what efficiency feels like, folks. I mean, we should now be processing almost all of our crude oil. In fact, I would wager all of our crude oil is now being processed like this. Is there a better way to sell our crude oil than a train? I don't think so. I think a train is probably the best setup that we could ask for. Yeah, sure. You know what? Let's do this. Let's sell our crude oil by train. It should be reasonably easy to do. There we go. We'll get a little wiggly wavy thing over here because I kind of want to run the tracks parallel. Why? No particular reason other than that it seems kind of cool to do. So I'm gonna do it. There we go. Wiggly, 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 woo. Or in the case of a train, wiggly, 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 woo, woo. That was the noise of a train tooting its horn. That's right. I know what a tooting horn sounds like. Okay, can I just sure bring this over here? I mean, this is a long meandering path. You know what? I'm gonna take it back a little bit, and we're gonna stick it in. We're gonna stick it in the other side. Wrong type of track. You dingus. That was directed at me, by the way. I hope everyone realizes that. I would never go so far as to say that anyone else was a dingus. Right. Further back, you dingus. That's becoming a bit repetitive now. I shouldn't use that insult on myself more than once. Okay, that's looking good. So what we can do over here is get some silos. But we need to get it connected up with a minecart track. I'm going to do the silos now so that I know roughly where I want the placement to be. I think that we're probably going to get more silos. Yep. But then I think we probably just want... actually, I say that. Let's just get... you know, get some suck-up stations. And a bit of track down there. I'll keep this area free just in case we want to put some more silos in here. I'm gonna put 2 bits of track right there, through here, and sure, we'll go that way. Yes, I guess. Okay. Yep. Happy with that. And keep it coming. And keep it coming. Great. Alright, so what we need to do is somewhere along this this long twisting lane, we find... Hold on. There we go. I just need to get a little bit of extra capacity for crude oil storage. There we go. And I also need to make sure that I select these 2 destroy all crates, because it becomes a bigger pain in the backside if they stop producing than if they don't. So yeah, we do that over there, and then we get a suck down station here, and we link it up to blue. So this is going to be our crude oil refinery area, and it's going to be just as you imagine it. There we go, 10 bits of thingamabobber. How far back have I not connected this track? Right over there. Cool. Where's the nearest cliff? Right over here. Set this up. Exit station. I say station. Is it really a station? Exit point, I guess. Yep. So we've got 5. We've got 5 silos on the line. Will that mean that we now have 5 trains, or 5 trains with a length of 5 bits coming after them? I don't know. 18,532 is our new record over a 3-month period, and that is not bad if I do say so myself. I don't think that we should have any issues producing. Don't think we should have any issues producing gold fuel. In fact, the biggest issue is that we just don't have enough raw gold coming into the system here. And there is precious little that we can do about that. In fact, maybe there is another gold source somewhere. That's not a gold source. Maybe there's another gold source somewhere, but I think that might be us at our limit of gold. Oh, no. He tells a lie. He tells a lie. There is actually another gold source right over yonder, which I should probably use. I mean, I absolutely should use, and I will use. So we'll do that. But we're gonna have to do it in the next episode. Ladies and gents, thank you oh so much for watching. Thanks as ever to my fantastic patrons. This has been Automation Empire. I've been Open Potato. I'll see you next time. Bye.